people like to document their activities everywhere. So now they even have digital diaries now. You don't even need paper. They have digital diaries, and some digital diaries uh are like they are cloud. They use online, they use service data connection. So people don't even know that some things they are writing in their diary online is being stored in the cloud. It's being stored somewhere, and people and your data is accessible. If Mark, Mark is a big name in the tech industry. You might want to build a tech product. You might pay the owners of that your diary app and tell them, please, I need data of people in this region. Please, can I get it through their diary record so that I can know what I'm doing? Do you understand? So those your documents, he can get access to them and make his analysis. So this diary studies is this users documents as users document the activities. That's where you come to place. You use it to track a long-term behavior or decision-making process. If somebody gives you his diary, okay, for instance, you get a diary of 5 years of a person. Without you knowing the person, from that diary you can know the person's behavior. Am I correct? I don't know if you are following. You can get to know the person's behavior, the person's kind of person based on that is diary. So the advantage is that it's useful for understanding user journey and pattern. So you can actually get to track the person's journey and his pattern of life. That is that for that. So for the quantitative method, the purpose is to collect measurable data that validates trends or system. How do we get that? Through surveys and questionnaires. Structure set of questions sent to a large audience. You can just distribute survey online. People will fill it for you. When do you use it? To validate finding at scale or gather quick feedback. It's efficient and easy to analyze. Then you can use Google Forms, Typeform, SurveyMonkey to achieve this. Then we have analytics review. Analytics review. In analytics review, you're analyzing behavioral data. You're analyzing behavioral data from tools like Google Analytics, Hotjar, and Mixpanel. When do you use them? After launch, or to analyze real usage. After launch of your product, or to analyze the people using your product at that time. I don't know if you're getting me. Then the pros: objective large scale data. It reviews what users actually do, like what users are actually doing at that moment with your products. It can reveal it to you. Then we have A A and B testing. A and B testing. What do I mean by A and B testing? Like Mr. A or Mr. B, user A, user B testing. User A or user B testing. You are comparing two versions of a design to see which performs better. You can do this in two ways. Either you perform users testing or model testing. If you are performing user testing, you can say user A way of using this product and user B way of using this product. You can check it out. Then in the model testing, you are comparing two versions of your design to see which performs better. When do you use it? To optimize conversion rate to UX flow. Yeah, conversion rate is when you are converting, you're updating a product, then you are converting it from the old one to the new one. That is the conversion rate they're talking about. Then how do you do this A and B testing? What tools do you use? You can use Google Optimize, Optimizely, and VWO. Then we have observational methods too. Other observational methods, you use it to watch users interact with a product and identify usability issues. How? by watching users attempt tasks using your product or prototype. Like, how do users attempt tasks using your product or prototype? Okay, for instance, you built an app that can do transfer, or they can send money. How do users perform that task that you have, those tasks you have on your products? Then, when do you use this usability testing? You use it before launch or during iteration. During iteration means during adjustments. When you're adjusting your products, that's when you use it. Then advantages is identifies friction points and design flaws. If your design is having a flaw, it will it will sorry, our boss just messaged me. Let me just reply. So the tools that we can use: user testing and look back. I know this thing might sound foreign in your ear, but the thing is that once we start doing the main thing, that is where you know that these things we are doing is not for play. You need to don't just jump in design. That's what makes you a professional, than when you just go to YouTube and just, okay, maybe you want to learn how to use Figma, you just go and just start dragging and dropping there, or you just start designing. You don't even know the concept. You need to understand this logical part of design. That is what makes you stand out and makes you professional from other designers. Just like a mechanic and a mechanical engineer. You understand? There's also a mechanic and a mechanic, or an electrician and electrical engineer. Them, they just know the loose nut and loose and tight fix. They don't know, sometimes they don't know the concept behind it. I don't know. They don't know the problem solving behind it. That is it. So you need to know these aspects, and you need to read more on it, because you face problems in future. Yes, you're a problem solver as a designer. So you need to have the skill. It's not just making beautiful design. UI/UX is not about making beautiful design. It's the problem solving that is the main issue. So we have under one, heuristic evaluation. Heuristic evaluation. Experts review the product against usability principle. Heuristic, I mean to say, sorry, I did not. I supposed to have done this thing in slide. I just have a note with me, because I did not. I supposed to have designed a slide for this thing. So heuristic evaluation, HEURISTIC. Heuristic evaluation. This is where experts review the product against usability principles. When are you going to use it? Early in design or to complement user testing? It's fast and affordable expert insights. Then we have card sorting. Card sorting. Users organize content into categories to help inform information architecture. When do you use it? During planning for websites or apps. So we have tree testing. Tree testing involves when users navigate a proposed site app structure without the UI. When do you use it? After card sorting. All these are under observation method. Then we have experimental methods. Eye tracking. Number one is eye tracking. EYE, that is your eyes. Eye tracking. It tracks where and how users look at the screen. So understand attention pattern and visual hierarchy. The tools you can use for the eye tracking is Tobii, TOBII, and iQuant. So this to show you that when you hear that they are paying a UI/UX designer um 500,000 to 800,000 monthly, you don't think it's just open his computer to design fine interfaces, to mix colors together, design fine interface. That is not it. It's all these things. If you are following now, you see that I've mentioned a lot of tools. Now for this eye tracking, I mentioned Tobii, Cobii, and iQuant, Eyequant. The other one in tree testing, I mentioned we have tree jack. Can you see tree jack? All these tools, these ones you can't. No matter the kind of UI UX course you buy, no matter the UI UX training you go, they can never teach you this one. These are personal development skills you have to grow on your own. Do you get? So you don't just learn the design and just stop there. You need to research and read more. That's it. So the tools
Excuse
for
me,
eye
sir.
tracking, you have, yeah, yeah, I can hear
Hello,
you. I
please,
can
sir.
hear you.
Can you come again with the list of the tools, sir?
Okay,
Or is it on
let me.
recording? Are we on
No, yeah, we are on recording, but let me recap. Let me recap. So pay attention.
okay?
So
Because
let me
I
give
want
you.
to list it. I want to list it down.
So let me pay attention. Let me go back. So the first the first one I talked about was in the qualitative methods. And under the qualitative methods, I talk about user interviews, and the tools for user interviews is Zoom, Google Meet, Notion, and Otter.ai, OTTER.ai. Then I talked about contextual inquiry. Okay, that one is just knowledge, is just skill. There's not too for that. Then I talked about which one? I talked about surveys and questionnaires. Tools for surveys and questionnaires: Google Forms, Typeform, and SurveyMonkey. Then I talked about A and B testing. That is when you are comparing two versions of your design. Then the tools for it is Optimize, Google Optimize, or Optimizely, or VWO. So the next one I talked about was usability testing. Usability testing. The tools for that is Maze, 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 user testing,
Sorry, sir.
and look
I
back.
don't know. Maybe it's from your hand. Hello, sir.
What is that? Is it network?
Uh, yeah, the network
Can
is
you hear
so poor
me?
because although I'm in class, I can hear you, but it's somehow it's like all those names that you are mentioning. I couldn't get one. You understand? It's just breaking. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my own
Um,
network or it's yours. I don't
it's
know.
network. Even your voice is breaking too. So just okay. What is it? What I'll do now is after the class, I'll list the tools for you out. I'll write it down. Is it okay like that?
Okay, okay. That would be so much appreciated, sir. Thank you very much. So that we
Yeah,
can go through it.
yes. So I'll write all these things down for you. I'll send you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. All right, sir. That's for me, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So we talked about we are in eye tracking. For eye tracking, we have Tobai and iQuant. Then click stream analysis. This is you follow users' paths through a website or app. Then you identify the common paths, the drop-off points. That is, you follow to know where users like to click on that your website, where they like going to, and the place they drop off. Like anytime you see they get to this place, they try to drop off from that side. They don't like clicking there. So how do you track this thing? You use Hotjar or Crazy Egg. Hotjar, Hotjar, Crazy Egg. Don't worry, I'll send you all these things later. So I think we're done with that. And that we'll talk about now. we talked about empathize. That's where you have this user research method we just talked about. So let's go to define. We have problem statement goal. We have problem statement goal. Let me problem statements. This is after doing your empathy. You need to set out your problem statement goals. So a problem statement is a clear, concise description of the issue. Wait, let me see if I can be sharing my screen small because just bear with me. Hmm. So I'll share my screen now. Just hold on. So can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so I'll be writing directly from my notes so you can write with me if you want to jot. Do you understand? Do you understand me?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
So I said we're talking about problem statement goes in design thinking and UX. So yeah, we have what is problem statement goal. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. The noise is too much. Thank you. So a problem statement is a clear, concise description of the issue or issues a design aims to solve. It guides the design process by focusing on the user, their needs, and the challenge you are addressing. A problem statement is a clear, concise description of the issues a design aims to solve. So, if you, after the empathy stage, you have already gotten the problem. Yeah. So, you need to create a problem statement, like describe the problems that your design, the design of the product is aiming to solve. This will help you guide the entire design by focusing on the user and their needs. You already know the type of user you have, the needs and the challenge you are trying to the challenge you are trying to address. So the challenge you are trying to address. Then we have some goals of problem statements. We have goals of a problem statement. Goals of a problem statement. We have first of all, you clarify the real problem. Clarify the real problem where you focus on the root cause and not just symptoms. How do you clarify the real problem? It distills complex research finding into a specific actionable problem. So in your empathy, you have been doing complex research. So this problem statement helps you to narrow your research into a specific actionable problem. So you already know the main thing you are doing. It focuses on the root cause, not just assumption, not just symptoms. Why? A clear understanding prevents solving the wrong problem. So it helps you to clarify the real problem. The next goal Please, hope you are following. Hope you guys are following me. Hmm? Hope we are all following. The next one is it helps you align your team. It helps you align your team. A designer is is part of a team. Yeah. And forget that you might think your role is not necessary, but you are the main man of that team. Forget the people that write code, but you are the main man, you are the problem solver of that team. So it helps you align the team, create a shared understanding among team members. And these team members include other designers, developers, stakeholders, and clients. It sets a common direction and keeps everyone focused on user needs. So everyone knows what they're working on. Why? Because design is a collaborative effort. In short, tech generally is a collaborative effort. You cannot do things on your own. You cannot do things on your own. So that's why you need the goal of problem statement to help everybody stay on track. So the next one is it's define the user's needs. You define the user needs in the sense that define the user needs. Sorry. Define the user needs. Highlight who the user is or who the users are, what they need, and why it matters. It helps frame the challenge from the user's perspective. So you are not only looking at that design from your developer's perspective or from your own perspective as a designer. You are looking at it like you yourself, you are the user, or you are the one that has the problem you are trying to solve. Yeah. Why? Design should serve real people, not just assumptions of business only goals. For instance, if you start learning UI UX design or you start learning web development, development, first of all, you'll be building projects now, you'll be testing your skill. You think you have arrived, you are coding beautiful things. But those things, can they solve problem? Can they solve real people? When you start working with companies that start working for, or you start working as a freelancer, start making designs, that's when you know if you are really a designer. If you can think of a solution that can affect the society, that can affect real users, not just coding challenge, writing a lot of code, creating designs that are very beautiful, mixing colors. So that is what this is talking about. Then the next one, inspire creative solutions. Inspire creative solutions. How does it do that? It acts as a springboard for brainstorming and ideation. It acts as a springboard for brainstorming and ideation. That means this goal of this problem statement now we are talking about, it acts as a springboard for brainstorm. That means it acts as a medium. That is your point. You already have a narrowed point. So your thinking, your brainstorm is not outside, is within a specific area. You understand? So you can always brainstorm on a specific area. It encourages exploration of multiple approaches to a single challenge. You can try 1001 patterns to solve one particular problem. Why? Because you already know the problem and you have stated it down. So you are trying to tackle just one problem. You understand? Because well-framed problems stimulate more innovative and human-centered ideas. So it's inspire creative solution. So the next one, it sets measurable goals. It sets measurable goals. It sets measurable goals. How? Because you have already a goal you want to achieve as a designer. You It enables the team to evaluate success based on how well the solution addressed the problem. If you create an app, if you create a design, if you create a website, like if you create any digital product, to know if you are successful as a designer is not when your design is very fine, is responsive. If you click this, it's carrying you to this place, it's very beautiful, everything is working well. That is not success. Success is when you evaluate your success, how well that your app, that your product is solving the problem, is addressing the real issue. If it works, that is when you are successful. It's not by how beautiful the design is, neat the design is. So it leads to clear metrics or KPIs, e.g., reduce tax time, increase satisfaction. So this problem statement reduce tax time. You will not waste your time doing irrelevant tasks. Instead, you focus on what you are doing, because you can't improve what you can't define and measure. Yes, you can't improve what you can't design and measure. So the next one is it keep it keeps the process user focused. It keeps the process user focused. Sometimes designers make mistake. In short, guys, techies now, both designers and developers make mistake. They keep the process design focused. They forget that the way you are seeing it is different. You are an expert. You are an intellectual already, but you are creating design for people that are not as wise as you are. So the way you are seeing it, can these people think like you? You need to bring yourself to think like them. So it ensures that the project stays rooted in empathy and user-centered thinking throughout. Why? Good design always begin and ends with the user experience, not your own experience. It's the user experience. The next one is okay, that is all. So example of a problem statement go. Example, let's take an example. The last class we did, I used the same example. So I'm going to use it again and explain it better. No, 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 no. Oh no. Okay. So example of a um problem statement, goal oriented. Busy parents need a quick and reliable way to plan healthy meals for their family because they often don't have time or energy to cook after work. Yes, I used that example last time. Busy parents needs a strategy on how they can cook well for their children so that their children nutrition will not suffer because of their work. No, no. So their children nutrition will not suffer because of their work. So from these goals now, the goals might include reduce meal planning time by 50%, help users create a full week meal plan in under 10 minutes, recommend meals based on dietary needs and ingredients available. So you creating a product that will solve this problem. This is what your goals might look like. You are trying to reduce the meal planning time. So the parents don't have time. So you try to reduce their meal planning time by like 50%. Then you try to help them create a full week meal plan in under 10 minutes. You understand? So the parents can actually create a full meal timetable with your product, with your app or website in less than 10 minutes. Then you now help them by using algorithms to recommend meals based on the dietary needs at the moment and the ingredients they have. This is automatic. They don't need to do it manually again. They just try to use your app and it suggests everything based on the data they have imputed. Yeah. So this is one of the problem statement example that we use. Yeah. So that is for that. So next thing we have now we have to look at is ideates, brainstorming techniques. Brainstorming techniques. Look at brainstorming techniques now. Brainstorming techniques. Uh, so then, so here are some of the most effective brainstorming techniques used in UI UX design, product development, and creative thinking session. This helps generate a wide range of ideas quickly and collaboratively. It helps you generate a wide range of ideas quickly and collaboratively. We have the first one we have is classic classic brainstorming. We have uh, we have classic brainstorming. What it is: a group of people rapidly generates ideas out loud. This classic brainstorming is everybody in your team generate the idea like public out loud. How it works: no criticism or judgments allowed. Like you are not to be sentimental about it. You are not to be judging the person or judging your team member for raising a kind of idea. It encourages wide ideas, quantity over quality. Yeah, build on others' ideas. Then it's best for team ideation kickoffs and open-ended problems. Don't worry, all this English, all these things you understand, you get to understand them later. Then we have the next one we have is mind mapping. We have mind mapping. We have mind. Oh, we have mind mapping. What it is? Mind mapping is like a visual technique to explore related ideas around a central concept. How it works: you start with a main topic at the center, branch out with subtopics and association, connect ideas with lines, icons, or words, best for exploring broad topics and uncovering hidden connection. Mind mapping is you try to create a kind of chart and explore all the ideas you have. Try to link them up with the problem you're trying to solve. Then create sub branches for, like, you have to be positive and be negative at the same time. Like if you create a problem, a solution, you try to give the disadvantage of that solution, and in case it didn't work. That's what mind mapping is all about. Then the next one is The next one is crazy, crazy eats. Crazy eats. Call it crazy eats. Mm, Call it crazy eats. What it is? A time sketching activity where participants draw 8 ideas in 8 minutes. How it works: you fold the paper into 8 panels, sketch one idea per panel, 1 minute each. That is, then you now focus on variety. This is best for quickly generating diverse UI UX design ideas ASAP. Just try to do 8 versions of a design, like 8 ideas at the same time. Like if you people are eight, you share to 8 people. But if you are the only one, you sketch one idea per panel, 1 minute. You give yourself 1 minute for each idea. That's all about the crazy eights. So okay, we have number four. The fourth one, we have scamper. We have scamper. What is scamper all about? Scamper, a structured checklist used to improve or evolve an idea. Stands for S stand for substitute, C stand for combine, A stand for adapt, M stands for modify, then P stand for put to another use, E stand for eliminate, R stand for reverse. It's best for refining existing products or concept creativity. How do you use this thing? The Scamper method. After structuring your design, you use checklists like checkbox. I don't know if you know what is checkbox, like it kind of tick. You want to mark something. You try to mark some that are useful, substitute the others, combine, adapt, modify, eliminate, remove it totally, or put to another use. Okay, I don't want to use this one here. I can put it to another use. So that is all for Scamper. Then we have next one we have is brainwriting. Brainwriting is brainwriting refers to silent brainstorming where people write ideas down and pass them around. This is majorly for teamwork. Majorly for teamwork. Everyone on the team will write idea and pass them around without talking. That's why it's called brainwriting, because you don't have to necessarily talk. Each person writes up to 3 ideas in 5 minutes. Pass the paper to the next person. Build on, then the next person will add to the idea, or add his own new one. So it's best for inclusive sessions where everyone contributes equally. This so sometimes all these apps you see online, especially foreign apps, not just, these are processes that they pass through before bringing something nice that everyone can enjoy. Do you get me? So everything is your determination. You can reach that level if you want. So the next one we have is reverse brainstorming. Reverse brainstorming. What is reverse brainstorming about? What is reverse brainstorming about? Instead of solving the problem, you brainstorm ways to cause the problem. Did you see that? That's why it's called reverse brainstorming. Like you are doing things in the opposite way. Instead of solving the problem now, you now brainstorm ways to cause that problem. How? There's a problem now. Okay, the problem of, okay, before, let's say before now, we don't used to use Naira card for foreign foreign transactions. Is that not? Before recently, is it not this month? The government now lifts the ban. So when you want to solve that kind of problem, okay, how will people now do foreign transaction? Okay, you now brainstorm ways to cause that kind of problem. First of all, government policy. The other way is um, what's bank, what they call this thing, like the ability for banks not to be able to meet up with the required technicalities to do that. You understand? So you now brainstorm reverse instead of brainstorming ways to solve the problem. You brainstorm ways to cause that problem. From there, you can now do what you want to do. First, you can flip the problem. How can we make this unusable? Identify harmful action, then reverse those actions to find solution. Best for identifying pain points and risk areas. So the next one we have is rule storming. We have rule storming. Rule storming. What is rule storming about? Rule storming, what it is, participants take on a personnel. I talked about personnel the first day. This is the first day of this class. Personnel, user, competitor, or celebrity. You ask, what would you do? That is the personnel you are talking about. The personnel you are using. What would this person do? Then you now generate ideas from different perspectives. This is best for expanding empathy and breaking bias. Okay. So next one is round robin, round robin, round robin, round robin. This is the last theory class we have, so I'm trying to cover up everything so we can start practical next week. Round robin. Round robin is a structured method where each team member takes turn. You take turn in contributing. First team member take turn in contributing ideas. How does it work? You form a kind of in a circle, then each person shares one idea at a time. You continue until this slow down. Best for team ideation and balance participation. And that one we have here is okay. I think that's all. So the next one we have here is prototyping and feedback. Rapid prototyping and feedback. Rapid prototyping and feedback. Uh, Rapid prototyping and feedback. So under rapid prototyping and feedback, what is rapid prototyping first of all? It's the process of quickly building simple, scaled down versions of a product to test ideas and features before full development. That is prototyping I talked about. So it involves creating low to mid fidelity prototypes, testing them with real users, and iterating based on feedback. The goals of rapid prototyping is to test functionality, layout. Okay, let me be showing you example now. Let the thing be loading before. So test functionalities, layout, and usability before investing in development. So before going to development, you prototype it. You identify problem early in the design cycle. You validate ideas and concepts with users and stakeholders. Foster collaboration and shared understanding among team members. The type of prototypes we have fidelity. We have the types of prototypes is based on fidelity. We have low fidelity, mid fidelity, and high fidelity. Okay. Example of example of a low fidelity It's just a sketch of a design. Let me show you. Low fidelity. Also done. I don't know if you can still see my screen. I don't know if you can still see my screen. Oh, so just hold on. Are we still there? Are you people there with me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you the only one remaining in the call? So let's go to we were at types of prototype, right? And types of prototype, right? So can you see this on my screen? Can you see it? I told you about low fidelity wireframe as type of prototype. Can you see it? So if you look at low
No,
fidelity,
it's blank.
can you see it?
No, I can't see anything. It's just showing blank space.
Showing
I can't
black.
see it.
Hmm. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Hello, can you see it now?
It's blurry. Yes, but it's blurry. But
So
I can
what?
understand, sha.
So
Now,
what I'm
okay.
trying to show you, what I'm trying to show you is low fidelity wireframe. So before design, you need to do a low fidelity sketch, a mid fidelity, and before the high fidelity. So this is the low fidelity wireframe. Yeah, you just have simple sketch of the design first. Can you are you understanding? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for the mid fidelity wireframe, is not low, is not high. It has not been completed yet, but there are some changes. There's some remarkable changes in the design. There's a remarkable change in the design. Let me show you for mid. So this for mid fidelity. Can you see the difference? The difference, that one was just ordinary sketch. At least this one, some things were added. Things were added. So this is mid. Then the high fidelity is the
But
final design.
I can't see the mid. Oh. Sorry, sir, I can't see the mid.
You can't see the
It's not
mid.
displaying anything right now. It's not displaying anything right now.
Oh, this network is really disturbing. Let me do it again now. That's we don't know. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Hello?
Yes, I can
Hello,
see
can you
it
see?
now.
Okay.
I
So
can see your screen now.
this is what I meant by mid 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 fidelity. This one is a kind of, it has more sketch than the other one. Then for the high, it's not even showing the thing itself. Okay, let me use this one. I don't know why my PC is not showing. And so when I'm talking about mid, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about what I'm talking about. You can see things like this. Then for high level, this one is the high level design. This one's okay. This one is still an example of mid too. This one too is still an example of mid. No color. Oh, why network is giving me issue. Let's, once the network is out. So I see me. I think I have issue share my screen network. So we have the prototyping circle. Design a prototype. Start with the simplest version of the idea. You focus on the key feature of the user flow. E.g., if it's an app, you have the login, the onboarding, the checkout. Then you test with real users. Conduct quick usability testing. Observe how users interact with the prototype. Ask open-ended questions. What would you do next? Simple questions like that. Then gather feedback. You refine the prototype. How do you refine the prototype? You improve based on what you have learned. repeat the cycle with a better version. Then we have benefits of rapid prototyping and feedback. It saves time and cost. It keeps the process user-centered. It exposes issues early, improves team collaboration, leads to better decision making, and that is all. So we have tools for prototyping and feedback. You will learn that one. We have prototyping, Figma, Adobe XD, Sketch, Framer, and Axure. So we are going to be using Figma in the future. Then for testing and feedback, we have Maze, Useberry, Look Back, User Testing, and Hotjar. So we are going to also do that too. So I'll send you the tools later. So don't wait until it's perfect to test. Prototype early, fail fast, and improve often. Rapid prototyping and feedback ensure you are building the right thing the right way with users at the center. So that is all for that. I don't know if there's any question you want to ask me before I call it a day. Since it's only you that is remaining, Isaac. Because if there's any question you want to ask me, I don't know. Are you there? Isaac, are you still there? Since there's no question, can we end the class?